What the heck is a delve square? Hola woodworkers, Paul Carlson here, Small Workshop Guy. This is a delve square, D-E-L-V-E, a specific square with a lot of little measurements developed by a woodworker in North Carolina by the name of Tom Delvecchio. It's a speed square. This is a speed square, somewhat larger one. You're not going to carry this one in your apron or in your back pocket. Here's a more normal size, I think a 6-inch speed square. That's even too large to carry in your apron. Here's one from Veritas. It's a speed square or a roofing square. And that'll get lost in your apron. So I'm not a real fan of that one. Not sure why I bought it. Just because it's from Veritas, I guess. Well, the delve squares are specifically designed with a lot of great features in them. What are those great features? This one is all aluminum. This one has some stainless steel. This is 3/4 of an inch wide, precisely, on both of these. This is 1/4 of an inch in depth here on this one. This offset here is 3/8 of an inch, and this offset is 1/4 of an inch. And this is 1/8 of an inch wide. Well, those are measurements that you're using all the time in woodworking, so having them all on one little device that also has rulers on it on the outside edge, engraved or laser cut with nice white. So if you got better eyes than I do, you can read it. And this comes with a hole every 1/8 of an inch along this edge, and it comes with an internal ruler inside of here if that's useful to you to mark off an inch or something. So it's got a lot of different features built into it. This one even has more in that it's got an offset here that's 1/4 of an inch, and then this full width is 1/2 of an inch, and then on the other side there's 3/8 in thickness and then 1/2. And so those are useful. 3/4, 3/8, 1/4, just a lot of different measurements. I hope I quoted all those right. This one's all aluminum. This one has some stainless steel on it. This one could potentially get carved up over time if you're using a sharp marking knife. And so if you're using a marking knife instead of a mechanical pencil, then you might want to have this model. All right, if I had to get one of these two, I would get this one. All right, let's talk about how it's useful. The 3/8 offset here would be good for marking the center of a 3/4 inch board. So if I wanted to strike the center, I just put that 3/8 offset there, strike the center, it should be perfect. Normally you would strike it from the other side as well, because if your material is not exactly 3/4 of an inch wide, then your center would be the middle of the two lines. All right, so it's useful for marking the center of a 3/4 inch workpiece. It's useful for marking out like a tenon. Let's say you had a tenon and you wanted a 3/8 inch shoulder. So put that up against there, and not having to measure anything, I already know it's 3/8. And so there's my 3/8 inch shoulder. Now this is 3/4 wide, so I'd like to have a tenon be 1/3 of that. So 1/3 for the cheek, 1/3 for the other cheek. Well, where am I gonna find a 1/4? Right here, it's built in. So if I wanna mark that off, and then I wanna do a 1/4 from the other edge. So now I got this tenon marked off. I could run that over my table saw with a dado stack or whatever and get that tenon, or use a tenon jig of some sort. Anyway, this shows you where to do your cuts. And then if I wanted a mortise, hold that down there and flush up against it. 3/8, measure the distance for the other one, lay that out, the cheek, and the other cheek. and that would give me my mortise. All right, now it can be used to mark or set something at 45 degrees. Here's a perfect 45 degrees. So I can just put that up against there. They've designed it so this point is right at the edge of your workpiece, and you can strike your 45-degree angle. Maybe I want some other angle, so it's got angular marks on here. You would learn how to use it that way. So let's say I wanted to have an angle from here, so I put this apex point on there, rotate this down to the angle I want. Here would be 10 degrees, here would be 20 degrees. You can see I'm lining it up right there. So hold that down and strike my angle, and that would be 20 degrees from this straight line across the board. In addition, if I've got a mark like this, I can use it to carry that mark down. So put your pencil on the line, move up to it, and you can mark down the other side. All right, or you can do it this way, put your pencil on the line, mark up to it, and then strike down. You could carry that all the way around. That is just the perfect size and the perfect functionality. Oh, there's one thing I didn't discuss. This hole right here that's been engraved in there is designed to give you the center of a 3/4 inch stock. It's a guide hole for drilling. So if you put your self-centering bit there and drill down, you would get that right in the middle of that board and just keep moving along. So perfect guide for getting holes drilled in the exact center of a 3/4 inch stock. Be a great addition to your apron. Pull it out, learn to use it. It'll save you a lot of time once you get through the education curve, and you keep remembering that you've got it in your pocket, so you don't need to go get some setup bars for a lot of the things that you might otherwise want setup bars for. That's the Delve Square. Highly recommend it. Available from Woodpickers. I'll put a link down below if it's available from Amazon. They're not inexpensive, but you'll love it. Give me a like, give me a subscription, and please comment. That helps out the old Coots analytics. If you didn't like the video, go ahead and doubly tell me that you didn't like it. Hit the thumbs down button twice. And always remember, you can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. Small Workshop Guy, signing off.